Rental car company Hertz is suing Accenture for a botched digital transformation. Pull yourself up a chair and let's talk about it. Did I read that right? Did that say $32 million? My hat's off to you, Accenture. Like, I'm not even mad at you, bro. Teach me. Like, your sales skills are so much higher than mine right now. I'm not even sure I'm playing the same game. I see this story, and literally all I'm thinking is, how in the world do I sell a $32 million project? Maybe I need to start calling them digital transformations. I'm going to try really hard to talk about this subject without just gawking at the price the entire video. Now, I haven't seen the scope of work, so I'm not real sure what all was supposed to be included in that price point. But according to this lawsuit, neither did Accenture. I want to preface this by making sure you understand that the truth is oftentimes in the middle on these things, and that this court filing is only the complaints and story from one side of this argument. This is how Hertz sees the situation, and you have no context or counter argument from Accenture. Now, I've been in business long enough to know that everyone has projects go astray. You add new people, you grow beyond some of the processes you have in place. Sometimes bad habits creep in and you don't really even notice until you've got an angry client at your door. However, if the claims in this lawsuit are actually true, it is really surprising how far off the rails this project actually got. The entire point of going with a large and expensive firm like Accenture is that they should have the structure, processes, and experience in place to make sure you don't run into these problems. That's literally the difference between an agency that charges $40 an hour and one that charges $200+ an hour. The higher hourly rate allows a company to float the overhead necessary to have a more senior staff, work structures and processes that are supposed to guide you to a successful completion. Whether it's a poor job setting and maintaining expectations or delivering upon them, the amount of breakdowns that had to occur for this project to go on this long is astounding. Here are a few of the major issues that Hertz reported during this project. This project was originally scheduled to go 16 months, and after 2 delays, Hertz finally pulled the plug after nearly 2.5 years. And in those nearly 2.5 years, Accenture never delivered a functional website. Despite it being spelled out very clearly in their agreement, what Accenture did deliver only contained one breakpoint to make it work on phones versus desktop, instead of being fully responsive for multiple size resolutions, including tablets. Someone is giving you life-changing amounts of money and you couldn't be bothered to give them a fully responsive website. The specifications called for a reusable code base that Hertz could use on its other businesses, which makes sense. You spend a small fortune on this first one, but that provides functionality you can reuse in future projects. However, what Accenture provided was not modular and reusable in any way. Accenture didn't use best practices for the platforms they chose for this project, and a lot of their code contained security and performance problems and had to be completely scrapped. Once they got behind on development, they actually chose a pre-built CMS to try to get back on track. But they didn't know how to use the CMS, so they ended up spending more time trying to figure that out than they would have if they'd have just continued on the track they were on. They actually asked for hundreds of thousands of dollars to convert a PDF style guide into an interactive one. Now, I'm sure this is a big project with a big style guide, and I have no idea what Accenture charges per hour, but that seems like a major project for a style guide. Like, so much so, if companies are paying this, I should start a company just creating style guides. Let's forget about building complex projects. And if that wasn't bad enough, when the project started going off the rails, they literally replaced the entire team with people that had no understanding of the project. And to add a little icing on that cake, after being way over deadline, they asked for an additional $10 million to be able to finish the project. Whew, that is quite the case study for a project gone bad. But as always, I'll leave it to you. I know this is one-sided, but what do you think about these allegations? Can you tell me how to sell $32 million websites? Let me know in the comments of this video. Do not let my opinion be the only one that's heard. If you enjoy these videos, consider hitting that subscribe button, tapping that notification bell while you're at it, so you'll be notified each and every time we post new content. Sharing these out on social or hitting that thumbs up button is always very helpful and much appreciated, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Real bad.